I remember the exact moment my world started cracking. It was a rainy Tuesday evening in Seattle, the kind where the sky just dumps on you like it's personally offended. I was curled up on my couch with a glass of cheap Merlot, scrolling through my phone. When I saw the photo, there she was, my best friend Sarah, arms slung around my fiancé Tom's neck, both of them grinning like idiots at some dive bar downtown. The caption, "Finally free to be us." My heart dropped into my stomach. Free? From what? From me? That picture wasn't just a snapshot, it was the detonator that blew up my entire life. And trust me, the fallout was nuclear. But hang on, because this isn't just a sob story. It's about how the universe has a way of balancing the scales. And when it did for Sarah, it hit like a freight train. Let me back up a bit. Because to understand how deep this betrayal cut, you need to know how tight Sarah and I were. We met in freshman year of college, both of us wide-eyed kids from small towns in the Midwest, thrown into the chaos of University of Washington. I was studying marketing. She was in graphic design, and we bonded over late-night ramen sessions and complaining about our crappy dorm roommates. Sarah was the outgoing one, blonde, bubbly, always the life of the party, while I was more the planner, the one who made sure we didn't flunk out or starve. We became inseparable. After graduation, we even moved in together, sharing a tiny apartment in Capitol Hill. We'd dream big, start our own creative agency, travel the world, be each other's maid of honor at our weddings. She was like the sister I never had. Hell, she was family. Fast forward a few years, and things were looking up. ID landed a solid job at a mid-sized ad firm, climbing the ladder to account manager. Sarah freelanced as a designer, and we collaborated on side gigs that brought in extra cash. Then I met Tom. He was a software engineer, steady and sweet, with that boyish charm that made me feel safe. We dated for 2 years before he proposed on a hike-up rattlesnake ledge down on one knee with the city skyline twinkling below. Sarah was the first person I called, squealing into the phone. "Oh my God, Alex, I'm so happy for you," she screamed back. She helped plan the engagement party, even designed our save the dates. Life felt perfect, like all those rom-com montages were finally happening to me. But looking back, there were signs, little cracks I ignored because, hey, that's what best friends do, they forgive the quirks. Sarah started borrowing money more often, saying her freelance checks were delayed. "Just till next week. Alex, I swear," she'd say with that puppy dog look, and she'd flake on plans, blaming work. But then I'd see her Instagram stories popping up from bars or weekend getaways. Tom and I would laugh it off. "Sarah's just being Sarah," he'd say, squeezing my hand. Then there was the time I caught her scrolling through my phone when she thought I was in the shower, just checking the weather. She mumbled, but her face was flushed. I brushed it aside. Why would I suspect anything? She was my ride or die. The truth hit like a sucker punch about 6 months before the wedding. Tom had been acting distant, working late, vague about his plans. I chalked it up to pre-wedding jitters. One night, he came home smelling like her perfume, that vanilla coconut scent she always wore. "You see Sarah today?" I asked casually, stirring pasta on the stove. He froze for a split second. "Yeah." We grabbed coffee. She needed advice on a client. It sounded plausible, but doubt crept in, a nagging whisper I tried to silence. Then came that photo. I confronted Tom immediately, my hands shaking as I shoved the screen in his face. "What the hell is this?" He crumpled, admitting they'd been seeing each other for months. "It just happened. Alex, Sarah gets me in ways you don't. Gets him." What did that even mean? I kicked him out that night, screaming until my throat was raw. But Sarah, she didn't even have the guts to face me. She texted, "I'm sorry. We didn't mean to hurt you." Sorry. That was it. The betrayal didn't stop there. Oh no. Sarah went full scorched earth. Turns out, while she'd been sleeping with my fiancé, she'd also been dipping into our joint savings, the account we'd set up for our dream agency. We'd pooled $15,000 over the years. My half from bonuses, hers from gigs. It was gone, transferred out in small chunks to her personal account. When I called her, hysterical, she denied it at first. Must be a bank error, she said coolly over the phone. But the statements didn't lie. She'd forged my signature on some withdrawals, claiming it was for business expenses. I felt like such an idiot. How had I not seen it? Word spread fast in our tight-knit circle. Sarah spun the narrative I was controlling. Jealous. The reason Tom left. She even posted cryptic quotes on social media about toxic friendships and finding your truths. Our mutual friends started siding with her, the fun one. The victim. I lost invitations to brunches, group trips, at work. It got worse. Sarah had access to my professional contacts from our side projects. She reached out to my boss, pretending to be concerned, but really dropping hints about my instability. Alex is going through a rough time. She emailed him. Might not be reliable right now. Next thing I know, Im passed over for a promotion, then laid off in a restructuring. Coincidence? Bullshit. My reputation was trashed. I spiraled hard. Moved back in with my parents in Ohio at 32 years old. Sleeping in my childhood bed, surrounded by faded posters. Depression hit like a wave, days blurred into nights. I barely ate. Cried until I was numb. Therapy helped a little, but the anger festered. How could she do this? We'd shared secrets, dreams, everything. I fantasized about revenge, keying her car, blasting her online, but I didn't. I just existed, piecing together a new life with temp jobs and online courses. Karma will get her, my mom would say, patting my back. I rolled my eyes. Karma sounded like a fairy tale, but damn if mom wasn't right. It started small. About a year after the blow-up, I was back in Seattle, scraping by as a freelance marketer, when I got a random LinkedIn message from an old colleague. "Hey Alex, heard about Sarah's mess. You okay?" Mess. I dug in. Turns out, Sarah and Tom had eloped, yes. They got married in Vegas. All glitzy and impulsive. She quit freelancing to start her own design firm, using the stolen money as seed capital. Bragged about it on Instagram, building my empire from the ground up. But empires built on sand don't last. First crack, Tom cheated on her. With her assistant. No less. I heard through the grapevine mutual friends who felt guilty and reached out. He's a serial cheater. Alex. Sarah's devastated. Poetic. Right. She confronted him. They fought. And he left, taking half their stuff. But that was just the appetizer. The real karma feast came when her business imploded. Sarah had been cutting corners, plagiarizing designs, underpaying freelancers, even faking client testimonials. One of her jilted contractors went public on Twitter, posting evidence of stolen work. It went viral in the design community. Exposed Sarah Thompson's original designs are ripped off #design thief #karma hits. Clients bailed. Lawsuits loomed. I watched it unfold from afar, sipping coffee in my tiny studio apartment. Part of me felt guilty for the Schadenfreude, but mostly vindication. I ran into her by chance at a coffee shop downtown. Fate's twisted sense of humor. She looked wrecked, hair unkempt, eyes puffy, no trace of that bubbly glow. "Alex," she whispered, spotting me in line. I froze, heart pounding. "Can we talk?" We sat at a corner table, steam rising from our lattes. "I'm so sorry," she started, tears welling. "I was jealous. You had it all, the job, Tom, the stability. I wanted that. Jealous of me." She confessed everything. The affair started as a fling, but she pushed it, convinced Tom to leave me. The money, I needed it to start over. Her voice cracked. "Now I've lost everything. The business is bankrupt. Tom's gone. Friends ditched me. I even got evicted last week." I listened, emotions swirling: anger, pity, a weird sense of closure. "You ruined my life, Sarah," I said quietly. "I trusted you more than anyone." She nodded, sobbing. "I know. I hate myself for it. I didn't forgive her, not fully, but I didn't lash out." "Take care of yourself," I said, standing up. Walking away felt like shedding a heavy coat. That encounter was a turning point. I threw myself into rebuilding, landed a better job at a startup, where my boss actually valued my ideas. Started dating again, nothing serious, but fun, light. Made new friends who didn't come with baggage. And that agency dream, I launched it solo, calling it Phoenix Creative. Corny, but fitting. Revenue's steady now, and I've even hired a couple freelancers. Life's not perfect, but it's mine. Looking back, Sarah's betrayal was the worst thing that ever happened to me, and the best. It forced me to see my own blind spots, to build resilience I didn't know I had. Karma didn't just hit her, it circled back to lift me up. If you're listening and you've been stabbed in the back, hang in there. The universe keeps score, and sometimes it hands you the win. Trust me, I've lived it.